Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Check, check, check. What's up? Welcome to another back-to-back day of investing, or whatever you want to call whatever this is. Thank you so much for being here. Bay Street, what's going on? Ben, what's going on? Marsh, Randy, I know that name. Sean, Bard, Analyst, Liam, Lorenzo, Mika, Ha Ha, Oscars, Peter, Repetzer, Cyber, what's up? Kevin, good morning from Lakeland. Good morning from New York City. And Montreal. Montreal's great. Okay. What is going on? What is trading? Let's see. Oh, a treasury. What is this? They're doing a SpaceX treasury? Oh, they bought it at a 105? What? Oh, Gigafund. Huh. That is so odd. That's so weird. Yeah, I don't know why you would sell
drug pharmacy dude, Martin, what's his name?
Mark
Shkreli. Yeah, I don't know why you would sell at such a deep discount. Kind of bizarre. Oh, the Skeel infrastructure. When I was looking at this, is this a short? I forget. Oh, why is Acadia up? Let's see. EU approval for Daybue, their Rett syndrome drug. Apogee. This is not Apogee Pharma. This is a architectural services building products company. Beat and raised. Okay. Imix Biopharma. Never heard of these guys. Okay. What did they do? $150 million underwritten offering. Oh, LifeSci Capital. Okay. I didn't know they were doing transactions. I guess they've been doing it for a while. CAR T for AL amyloidosis. Okay. So why is it up? Who knows? Is it even up? Sometimes, yeah, $2,000 of volume does not really count. But it's kind of a good system to find new stocks to trade and stuff. Losers, everything apparently. Let's see what's going on with Omeros. Omeros gets negative opinion. Okay, our old friend Capricorn, what's going on with this guy? No news. Probably not trading much, right? 40,000 shares. On Semi acquisition, United Microelectronics, UMC. I don't know if there's news. Semi Analysis this morning out with a somewhat bearish report on GPU demand, with GPU pricing down a little bit. Looks like Capper's getting an AdCom. That'll be interesting. I gotta go there myself. I'm gonna physically go to the AdCom in DC. That'll be interesting. Trolled him a little. Stupid Capricorn. Cost us so much money. Chance of escaping the permanent underclass. I know people like that phrase, but I'm not sure what it means. I am still working on QCLS, yes. What's the REPL news? AdCom in July. Oh, SLS? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I like Abivax a lot. No new biotech shorts yet, but maybe we'll look at some today. Look at Micron. What's the beef with Anthropic? I don't know. I just feel there's like a little bit of a... The company's very holier than thou. That's the whole idea behind effective altruism. It's just who can be more righteous, self-righteous. Micron's gonna fill the gap. Oh no. Oh no. I have a lot of programming stuff to do today. But I do want to look at some stocks as well. Let's go to... Yeah, let me see here. Anyone following Micron? I think it's going to keep going up. What do you guys think? I feel like the memory cycle... cycle is maybe not even the right word. You know, some things are cyclical and then they become secular. I don't know if that's happening with memory, by the way. Because, you know, there's this assumption memory is a commodity, but clearly it's not that much of a commodity. 346% revenue growth year over year. Yeah, I'm gonna look at some of the long-term history of Micron and see if I can find other situations like this. I don't think so. Right, something unique is happening here. What's up? What's up? Yeah, so we are going to improve the stream a bit. Looking for a producer, maybe a booker as well. I have some hosts planned. Yeah, so Micron has $56 billion of property, plant, and equipment, all to make $28 billion last quarter. So the investment in whatever that $56 billion is, assuming it's Lam Research products and things like that, you know, the question is who wants to get into that market? It's the Chinese want to get in and flood the market with supply. The question is, can they do it? I mean, imagine yes. NVIDIA will take memory wherever they can get it. Okay, $134 billion balance sheet. Equity value, $1.3 billion at the moment. Actually making so much cash. I wonder what they do with the cash. Kind of like, reminds me of some other companies where a huge amount of cash, who knows, maybe they'll do buyback. It'd be a little silly to buy back stock at this price, right? Kind of save it. But a lot of companies don't know what to do with the extra cash. They just chuck it into the stock, and it's kind of a silly thing if you ask me, but all right, let's see what they said. I actually didn't listen to the conference call, so maybe we should listen to that as well, or read the transcript. They got into a deal with Anthropic, obviously. We all saw that. Everyone saw the comments as well. Okay, here's the press release. Micron's record Q3 results. An even stronger outlook for Q4 reflects the strategic value of memory in the AI era. Sanjay Mehrotra. Micron is investing in record levels in technology, products, and supply to address our customers' rapidly growing demand. We believe the multi-year strategic customer agreements will enhance the durability and predictability of Micron's financial performance. Okay. Some GAAP, non-GAAP differences there. CapEx, $7 billion. There is a dividend. Okay, cloud memory, core data center, mobile client, and automotive. Interesting. A couple different verticals. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jot these numbers down real quick. Cloud memory business. Okay, then we have mobile client. I think they changed the names of these things. Just to sound more AI. What are you guys doing to sound more AI? Just tell your wife, I'm agentic now. You may know the old me, but I'm agentic for the AI era. All right, the guidance is 50 billion. Pretty amazing. They'll probably beat that too. So let's peg in 55 for a second. Assume 85% margins. So, it's not so much, is it a commodity when it's 85% margins? The supply constraint, I suppose, but it's all coming from price increases. Sound familiar? Who's the king of price increases in these streets? It's your boy. It's your boy Shkreli. You're looking at him right now. All right, so maybe they'll have 400% revenue growth next quarter, but none of this stuff matters, right? At the end of the day, it's about durability of earnings. And so you have a $1.3 billion sort of, I guess, $1.3 billion to account for. So if they make 100 billion this year, that's 13 times earnings. But are they going to make 100 billion ever again? Could they make 200 billion or more? I don't know. Yeah, that's hard to tell. It also depends if demand keeps going up. But yeah, it's one thing that could be useful is to look at Nvidia revenue and sort of overlay it at the same time. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so okay, wow, it's kind of very telling. Last quarter is 81.6 for Nvidia. Is that right? Let me see. I wonder if this model was models updated somewhere else. I always hate that feeling. My colleague says the bulls are saying they'll get multiple expansion. The bears saying that memory never will. I think that's, I think it's gotten multiple expansion in some ways, right? Like, if you think about what has happened, I mean, this is multiple expansion in some ways. So let's see, if we overlay NVIDIA's revenue, last quarter, NVIDIA did 81,615. So Micron was just Micron, right? This isn't Hynix either, right? We're going to do Hynix next. But just Micron was half of NVIDIA's revs. So again, in the sort of food chain, you ask yourself, well, who's more valuable, NVIDIA or Hynix? Well, it's certainly or the Micron Hynix, Kioxia, Samsung kind of group. It's sort of hard for me to imagine that NVIDIA gets paid less than the memory guys, if that makes sense. So, adjusting to that reality may be difficult. Let's see if we can find some of the numbers for SK Hynix. I never really modeled SK Hynix, so let's take a look. Korean ass company. It's pure Korean. Websites from 20 years ago. What the fuck is this? The hell is this shit? The fuck? I'm not an expert in Korean, but this stream knows its Korean situation very well. Okay, so 52 quadrillion won. Makes sense. Okay, 52,576. This is a quick quadrillion. But the KRW, USD KRW. No, yeah, okay. 1536. Does that make sense? Does that sound right? Okay. So Hynix was 34 billion revs. And that was up substantially, obviously, from 11 billion in revs at a time when Micron had 9. So Micron actually gained a little share if you just look at that one quarter, which obviously doesn't mean a ton. But NVIDIA was 44 billion that quarter. Yeah, I guess, what my colleague said is right. Like, does memory get respect? Does it ever get the respect it deserves? And I think that's a fundamentally separate question from the more important question, which is the current revenue spike, which NVIDIA is not going through this, right? NVIDIA's revenues, doubled year over year, but the memory guys have more than that. So the question is there extra growth here in the memory guys that's going to dissipate, whereas NVIDIA feels maybe less cyclical and more secular? I don't know, but let's see. Let's look at the chat as well. Sorry, chat. Sometimes I ignore you guys. Yeah, I think the problem, Gordian Knot says, Micron's only 10 times 10 times forward PE, and the current supply chain agreements are for 4 years. I think the problem with that theory is that what happens after supply hits the market? And maybe you can cancel those agreements. You just get a massive, like, I guess, like, you might just see a massive supply that cripples pricing and things like that. You're not going to see that with NVIDIA because NVIDIA controls supply. This is, to some extent, a standard product, with certain specs, and various suppliers can make the spec. And that makes it, a commodity. So I feel like a little dyslexic this morning. I need some coffee. 68 bill. I have too many files open, really. Maybe I'll close the software one for now. Close that one too. Okay, so does Samsung report just memory? We'll have to see. And then I want to see Kioxia. Oh yeah, Sarepta. We got to buy some Sarepta. I got to show you guys portfolio as well. I'm just building it up. I don't know a lot about this company, Kioxia. Kioxia. Is that how you say it? Does anybody know Japanese? Oh, Kioxia. If anybody thinks this is racist, I'll stop. But I love Japanese language. I started to learn it. My colleague says the company and the street has moved from revenue to margins, revenue to margins to the long-term agreements. That maybe that'll increase the multiple, and that makes sense. I think you still have this issue of like, well, what actually is the long-term sustainability of earnings? Because multiples are sort of like, the way I look at multiples, and I think Buffett and other value investors sort of think about it, at least intelligently. The one thing value investors bring to the table is, multiple is kind of this shorthand that, is kind of a creature of Wall Street. And, the real question about a company is, what is its stream of earnings over the very long haul? And, you have this like cyclically adjusted PE that some people used for a while, the CAPE idea. But this is all shorthand for the same thing, which is all, at the end of the day, a company is the discounted sum of its cash flows. That's it, right? If you owned this company completely by yourself, your family did, all you had cared about it every year is how much money did it make. And a dollar tomorrow is worth less than a dollar today. And $1 2 years from now is worth less than $1 a year from now. That's fairly simple. So the question is, what is that stream of cash flows worth? You get that answer, and then if you divide it by this year's earnings, you kind of get a multiple. But which drives what? And obviously, it's sort of this: what is this long-term value? And well, how do you calculate long-term value? Well, there are two simple things: forecasting. That's the hardest part. Will this earnings continue? The supra cycle earnings. Is it a phase? How long is that phase? What does the bottom of that phase look like, or the reverse? And how often will we see something like this? And then the second most important thing is, what is your certainty? There's a meme about Jane Street interview where they ask you some ridiculous question like, two men walk into a room. One man, drops $5,000 on the table. The other man picks up half of it. What is the probability that the second man, is this or that? It's a random, stupid question. And And then the interviewer, who's like, some math guy, IMO winner, is asking, some other younger IMO winner the question. And the math Olympiad guy says 63%, give or take, 5% standard deviation. And the interviewer doesn't even say good job or anything. He goes, what's your certainty? And the respondent says 96%. And the interviewer is like, good. You have to give your answer and how certain you are of your answer.
We will start the earnings call of Kioxia Holdings Corporation for the fiscal year 2025. I am today's facilitator from the IR team of the Corporate Communication Division, and my name is Nishida. Nice to see you. With me here are President and Chief Executive Officer Hiroo Ota.
Oh.
Executive Vice President and Executive Officer Chief Financial Officer Yoshihiko Kawamura.
Mm-hmm.
Head of Corporate Communication Division Toshiaki Fujikawa.
So these guys are obviously Flash.
Summarize fiscal year 2025 and explain our strategic priority.
Cool down is due to customers prioritizing high-performance products for
has improved significantly.
We'll look at SanDisk next,
we have the
maybe.
results of. We will be talking.
The previous slide. Revenue slide has been half.
Yeah.
And then we ranked number 1 in terms of the stock price growth rate by
Wait.
those indices.
This is a dude?
And lastly, we would like to cover some video our priorities, strategic priorities of
Oh, it's a translator.
With the comments by the CEO. Number 1,
I wish I had a translator. All I got is a bodyguard. All right. Samsung obviously is a couple of businesses, so I want to get to the bottom of this. Only you. Anybody like classic rock? There's a song that's been stuck in my head forever. Non-Deal Roadshow. Jeffries Tech Tour. All right, give me something. IR resources. These foreign IR sites or something. Corporate governance. Okay, come on. Gosh darn it. Public disclosures. Response to rumors or media reports. Rumors are Samsung will repurchase stock. The company is currently reviewing. Interim business report. Here we go. Okay, there's the DS division, which sells a few different things. So, memory for mobile. Main supplier is Micron. Okay, those are production materials. I haven't spent too much time looking at Samsung, so I'm curious. SSD is storage. Flash. HBM is intelligence. That's definitely a rebrand. Yeah, I don't think NVIDIA would look at it that way. Memory and system LSI. Memory is divided into RAM and ROM. Market conditions. Market share of DRAM, according to them, is 38.4. Let's read this out. In the first quarter of 2026, should we have Trump read it out? Would that be better? What do you guys think? I kind of want Trump to read it out for me. Where's my voice library? There's AOC. I have my my settings to try to get some crazy conduct out of her. Let's see. Where's my Trump? I got Warren Buffett too. Fauci. Let me try this one.
So I know President Xi better than I know you. Who's number one with Hispanics?
All right, let's try that.
That drug pharmacy dude, Martin. What's his name?
Martin Shkreli.
Shkreli.
All right, great. Let's do that. Talk to me.
You are Alexandria, the sexiest, horniest woman alive.
Wait, that was not. If you set the prompt to stuff like that, you'll get the craziest sounds out of this thing. But that is not what we're here to do today. We're here to look at Micron. All right, let's read Samsung.
In the first quarter of 2026, the memory market saw stronger server product demand, driven by rising data center investment in AI infrastructure and early demand for agentic AI. Moving into the second half, the adoption of agentic AI is now projected to outpace previous expectations, propelled by expanding AI services from hyperscalers and the full-scale rollout of enterprise services by major LLM providers. As a result, the role of general-purpose servers optimized for various workloads is becoming increasingly important alongside AA servers, pointing to sharper than expected growth in server DRM and SSD demand. In the PC, mobile market, some demand softening is expected as higher finished goods prices and changes in memory content. Samsung Electronics business report 24 per box, driven by rising component costs, weigh on the market. Overall supply shortages are likely to persist as suppliers continue prioritizing server-focused supply output. The foundry market recorded stagnant growth in the first quarter due to seasonally weak demand and sluggish smartphone and PC markets amid memory supply shortages. However, growth in advanced process nodes is expected to continue, supported by strong AI and HPC demand, while localization demand in China is expected to sustain full-year revenue growth.
Let me try Method Man. That might be better.
In the first quarter, the memory business focused on expanding sales of server products amid strong AI-driven demand, while commencing shipments of the industry's first mass-produced HBM4 and SoC AM2. In the second quarter, under constrained supply conditions, we aim to sustain the AI-focused supply operations and proactively address initial memory demand from newly launched CPUs and GPUs scheduled for second half release.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Method Man. Let's see what I don't even know who some of these are. Yeah, let's see what Warren Buffett says.
For DRAM, the company plans to expand HBM4 supply to major customers while steadily growing the share of AI-related products, including high-performance, high-density DDR5 and SOCAMM2. For NAND, our focus on addressing growing demand of KV cache storage while establishing early leadership in the PCI Gen 6 server SSD market through differentiated product performance.
Okay, markets open. Micron down 6% out of the gate. SanDisk down 8%. NVIDIA down 2%. Again, semi-analysis saying GPU pricing softening. You know, some people challenging that claim. Amazon Web Services is increasing GPU prices for what it's worth. Microsoft is up, as is Apple. SpaceX continues to plummet. AMD down 5%. Interesting. What else is trading? All those stocks trade around $1 billion. Micron's traded $7 billion. Intel $750 million on the tape, down 4 or 5%. Marvell, Taiwan Semi, Broadcom, just big tech and big semi is all that anybody cares about right now. Strategy continuing to plummet. You know, a lot of people think Sailor will be squeezed out and capitulated and sold. We'll have to see if that happens. Small rally happening right now as we speak. Lumentum trading as one of the biggest volume players as well. Got a lot to do over the next few weeks. I see Insight is up 6%. ServiceNow up 5%. Mongo up 4%. Guidewire, HubSpot, Viva. Software is back, baby. Workday even participating. So chips down, software's up. This is how we like to... Something. We're getting a decent rally here out of the more cyclical stocks. So we'll see if that holds up. A little bounce there. Rally failed, bounced, failing again maybe. We'll have to see. I'm not a technical analysis guy, but getting back to the businesses here. Curious if they have a really like specific, this is DRAM. I think I can tease it out. On semis down 20%. Oof. People do not like this deal. They do not like this deal at all. Synaptics been in public forever. You know, some of these questions now may be worth asking ChatGPT. I really do want to understand it myself first, but some of these cases you can kind of ask ChatGPT the question and get a reasonable answer. But I think it's best if you kind of understand the business already and you've done it yourself for years, then you can say, okay, what's the number for this or for that? Okay, so DS went from 25 billion to 81 billion. Maybe we'll go with that number, and then we could normalize it a little bit if we have to. So this is Samsung. Same amount on the WAN side here. So again, a little bit higher probably than what it actually is because there's some other businesses in there. But let's see, 1536. Okay, so we'll give that a haircut maybe. They say they have, let's Let's see what they said. They had like 30 something percent market share. So we can use that as a bit of a normalizer. This is a big report. Bigger than any 10Q. List of subsidiaries. It's like 200 Samsung subsidiaries they own different amounts of. Huh? $200-page report. It's crazy. DRAM, 38% market share. DRAM Exchange. Should check that out. But if they had 38% market share, let's see. So this total is 129 billion. 29. That's 41. Okay, that's close enough. Fuck it. So we'll just call that the DS business. I need last year's DS business though. Is that sales by major product memory? Okay, well that's a little better. 747,800. Huh. Does that make sense though? That doesn't make too much sense. Korean won 100 mil. What the fuck? Okay. So that is an odd way to disclose it. But okay, I'll do it. So I have to add a 0 or remove a 0. I think I have to remove a 0, so I'll add 2 zeros. Okay. Did that change the number much? A tiny bit, Okay, so that's the real number. And annually, so last quarter they did more DRAM sales than they did in just about all of 2024. Interesting. And very close to as much as they did in 25. So pretty amazing growth there. But again, I guess if you look at the HBM or DRAM in aggregate, still larger than NVIDIA's total revenue, which again tells you kind of who has the power in all of this. And I want to see how that changed over time, because that's sort of, I think, pretty critical. All right, let's see if we can get Q1 from last year. Oh, maybe this presentation will be better than going through the statutory 200-page report. Oh, this is Kioxia. They have good. They have a pretty good system there. Samsung Investor Relations. It's 5. Can't say this is too easy, but once again, the stocks are trying to rally. How are we doing? Okay, can't do that. So just got one eye on the trading console. Oh wow, that was so yeah, 1 year ago, DRAM was quite a bit lower in revenue. Thank you. Okay. Here's memory 190, 690. Again, not in the normal decimal system. Okay, so Samsung's memory revenue looked a lot more like Micron's. Basically the same thing. They both went from like 9 to 12 billion to 41 to 49 billion. Wow. So total HBM market. $124 billion versus Nvidia's 81 billion. So that's 200 billion last quarter just on GPUs plus HBM. And interestingly, Nvidia, okay, so a year ago, same quarter, Nvidia had slightly more revenue than the total HBM market. Now it's inverted. So that tells you a little bit about, again, who has the power here. And if I think about, like, why would the commodities, aggregate commodity, sell more than the box? You need the box to do your job. The box needs memory to do its job. So why would the commodity that goes in the box be more valuable than the box itself? What do you guys think? Is that an interesting way to look at it? Gordian says the fact that hyperscalers would even pay these prices tells you something. Gordian has a lot to say on this. Hard to believe is not a good thesis. It's not only HBM, but it's pretty close. NAND is the future. Well, I think you need both. Hard to believe they can sustain these prices longer term. Still learning about the industry. Okay, 85% of Apple's iPhones need to be upgraded for advanced Siri or agentic AI. That's an interesting way to put it. The box is 75% margins, but the memory also has 85% margins. The box is not in, okay, yeah, so when NVIDIA reports, they don't report, they're just reporting their chip sales. They don't report the HBM. Like Dell takes the HBM, has to buy both. HBM is a small percentage of revenue for who? For Samsung? Went up 4x for a reason. Yeah, NVIDIA, I am starting to get a little bit bearish on NVIDIA myself, but we could talk about that later. Yeah, don't forget robotics. Robotics is going to eat a lot of this stuff too. You know, so if you really want to get bulled up, you know, just wait for robotics. Now you're then you're cooked. My old boss is long on these stocks. We should get him on the show. He's killed it. I mean, please input date. Oh my God, this website. What the fuck is that? Please, Samsung. For all three? No, I think HBM is not a small percentage of revenue. I mean, why else would revenue 4x? I think, you know, what percentage is it for Micron? I mean, clearly there's, you know, some of this memory goes in computers too. So you're definitely not wrong. And I appreciate your help, Sunder. Because, yeah, I guess, you know, your point is all this memory is not just associated, you know, this is just all memory, period. So what percentage of that is HBM? Yeah, I'll throw a keyboard at Fat Cat. Fuck it. Problem is, Fat Cat's a lot bigger than me, so I... Look at this trading. This is a trader's dream. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. Buy, buy, buy. I like the optical guys, obviously. I'm doing work in that space. Have hired several engineers now. It's exciting. Let's see. Yeah, so let's ask ChatGPT. What percentage of Micron's revenue is HBM? Something wrong with my yeah. Okay. Well, it also is relevant what quarter. So last quarter is pretty critical, I would say. Just 15%. So yeah, it's really interesting. So, and that's really helpful. Yeah, that's really helpful. That changes the story quite a lot. Yeah, I wonder now, does NVIDIA report revenue including memory on HBM memory in the chip as a component, or does the assembler rack player like Dell have to buy it separately? I have a couple semiconductor experts here, but ask myself for now. Okay, it is included in revenue. Huh. Okay. Yeah, well, it's good to know. That's a very, very different... So it is a cost to NVIDIA. Okay. That's really interesting. So NVIDIA has that component cost. And so what is that going to mean for Rubin? Let's see. 669-379. Okay, finally found a presentation. Look at these bosses. Freaking bosses right here. Chads. Korean Chads. Soon Chil Park. He's a beast. Jaejun Kim. He likes to get crazy after hours. Jason Shin. Family man. Suk Chae Kang. He's the nerd. Charles Her. I can't read these guys. DS is okay. So DS is all semi, including logic, large scale integration. There's Samsung HBM. Most of this is memory. 74.8. Okay, this is helpful. There's memory 74.8. Okay. That sounds right. 74.8. Oh, what's 1Q26? We already have this number. Yeah, there's 74.8. It's Q425. Why are they giving us that? I'm so confused. That sort of makes more sense, I guess. Oh yeah, so basically Samsung and Micron kind of overlap. Guys like flashing a light into my office, some worker. I'm about to put the camera on him, see how he likes it. I'm in my new office. It's a boss office. I'm a boss. I'm long. Just playing with the momentum. You do need a GPU for your phone. Stop shining my eyes. LARPing is a tech bro. I don't know if you know this, my friend, but I'm the CEO of a software company, so am I a hardware expert? No, but I am running a little software company here, so don't get me mad. Fucking get me mad, man. I'm playing with you. I'm going through this bullshit. It's funny because I've stopped coding like most people. Okay, so these are calendar instead of fiscal. So that makes sense, right? I think 37.1, 33.1. No. 26.7. Yeah. And then 21.2. This is the problem with trading international stocks. You're never quite sure of the numbers because you have to just go through them very patiently. 22.3, 3Q24. Calendar or fiscal? We don't have a Palo Alto office. I have a. Oh yeah, there's no Copilot or whatever that can do this. This don't work. Someday. Yeah, they're not at constant exchange rates. Primorsky. We sort of do that later. I would say it's a mix, Michael. But Michael, is it Mike? Micha? Yeah, I mean, I actually wanted to do like, have this, I think mostly because of AI. I mean, to be clear. It's actually a good question, for ChatGPT. I'm curious what you guys, Eddie programmers, think. Let's say I wanted to make an ultra high performance trading system, unfortunately, as a web app. Maybe like trading UI. Would you go with vanilla JS or consider a framework? If so, which framework? So hopefully it doesn't say React, but state management is, I mean, React's good, but it's like a little bloated, I think. Download the report, place it in the same folder, and feed it to GLM or Codex. I'm gonna let you do that, Playboy. I'm gonna let you do that. Okay, big rally. Not sure what happened, but I'll take it. Big rally in market here. Any news? Yes, it's very challenging, Garza. It's a lot of work. Make sure you check out godelterminal.com. Soon to launch with trading. You can deposit and trade capital soon in Godel. Oh yeah, I have to buy some spruce as well. Wow, look at Micron go. We'll see 1200 pretty soon here. Nice trade. Barely know this space, but want to learn it a bit. So important. Sold some more Micron. Still have a decent sized position. Okay. This guy's shining this light in my fucking eye, man. About to send my dude out there. Sir, we're gonna need you to stop doing that. Let's go back to Hynix. SLK Hynix. SLK Hynix. Investor relation inquiry. 2004 investor relation material. Fucking this fucking thing. I see. You make earnings results 2025.
That drug pharmacy dude, Martin. What's his name?
Mark Shkreli.
Shkreli.
Okay, so they do DRAM and NAND. I gotta zoom out a little bit here. Hold on. Yeah, Micron performing quite well. All right, so let's see. Okay, so 10%. Let's see here. The amount of HBM content in the GPUs is going up. I'm trying to figure out like how this doesn't. I guess they probably have long-term agreements with NVIDIA. Have to get my head around how that works. But if HBM's 15% of these guys, these companies' business, which could be quite different. Let's see here. Revenue by product. Okay, they have NAND to DRAM here. So DRAM's 76% of Hynix. We'll should do a Hynix model, actually. Let's try that. And that's actually been pretty steady. Okay. Okay, I sold out all my Micron. Just gonna figure out this for a second here. So here's Hynix server and graphics, including HBM. So graphics, it looks like is, I don't know, 50%, 40% in this case, maybe 30 is even for graphics, and that includes HBM. But they have consumer and mobile down here, which presumably is not growing. Server, I'm assuming this is just plain old DRAM, not HBM. Okay, so there's a program that actually can quantitatively tell you these things. It looks like it's a third. All right. And there's PC as well. I mean, it seems like it's a third, roughly. So if revenue is 32 billion or trillion won or quadrillion, and so that would be 8 quadrillion won for HBM. Okay. So TPUs are also, going to use HBM. But they also use SRAM. Trainium uses it as well. So you'd have to include sort of a surrogate TPU revenue number. So if Hynix is, let's see here, 8,000. Okay, I mean, that's a rough estimate, but HBM revenue last quarter globally was probably around 20 billion, roughly. What do we think TPU market share is in the wild and Trainium on like a grossed up revenue basis? What would you say NVIDIA's inference market share is right now? Gotta be pretty high. I think it's pretty high. Because let's see, Grok and OpenAI are basically all NVIDIA, right? Anthropic is got a little NVIDIA, but a lot of TPU. Google's a lot of TPU. Amazon's a lot of Trainium, and then all the cloud guys have tons of NVIDIA. 70%? What do you guys think? $60. Okay. So I don't know. So if it's So HBM is maybe 10% of the global GPU supply, or I guess the cost of a GPU. And that's embedded within the price. We spend $1 trillion on this stuff this year. It's 100 billion that goes around. Yeah. I don't know. We also have just standard DRAM being sold. Yeah, I don't know. I think this trade may come to an end. Now I'm bearish. The problem is all this momentum. Like, you have to be very careful how to do it. You guys want to see my portfolio? Basically just long a couple biotech stocks. So I have Abivax, BioCryst, which I talked about yesterday, Spruce. I'm still building it. I just started this, so I'm still building it up. I'm going to refresh on Sarepta. Yeah, everyone has to be a semiconductor expert. Whip out that folio, twin. Okay, twin. Okay, okay. What's up? My YNs. What's up, Twizzy? What's Knee Future? Is that a rapper? You want me to look at Lululemon? Aight. Yeah, I'm just building it up now. I mean, I have been out of the game a little bit for a while. So I'm just kind of building it up. Buy some ones. I'm going to look at the Sarepta model in a minute. This is, let's see here. Nope. Yeah, I've been busy Pluto, yes, I'm still working on the same things. Nothing new. Pain Pal is a really great name for it. Yeah, I literally just started it yesterday. I don't know if you saw the stream. GTM Godel is good. Okay. Bruce Moose. I haven't looked at Nally in a while. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream regularly. I even have some guest hosts coming up. Start player hating. Oh, you hating on a pimp. I see. I'm seeing Bud later today, so mom's still in San Francisco, so mom has the baby. My new babe, Amaranth. Amaranth is tearing my family apart. Abivax has been tumultuous, obviously, but it's going to be one of the best-selling drugs, and this controversy will be forgotten, reminding me to buy some. I haven't looked at Microsoft and Meta too closely, but I can look. Oh, I didn't know that, Ramcheck. Yeah, gut restricted. I mean, how do you make something gut restricted? Enteric coating? I mean, it's not easy to be truly gut restricted. I don't. It's kind of not even a thing. You want your son to be tall like Barron Trump? Man, you got to accept your height however it comes, bro. Can't just envy other man. I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish it was a baller with a 6 Impala. I wish I had a girl look good. I would call her. Do 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 do. I'm gonna run to see my colleague for 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Go to lterminal.com. Make sure you check it out. Buy my product. Support the stream. Okay, cool. I might bring in one of my programmers here to chat about some software questions I have. Okay, see me okay? Okay. Thanks, Jaden. Biohaven's up a lot, since my recommendation. So, or since the back up the truck recommendation. They might get FDA approval. Actually, yeah. You know what? I'll just buy a little bit, just to show my love. Okay, let's see. I got some spruce. Background's looking juicy on this pullback. We're back in. We're back in. On semi down 21%. Bloom Energy down 12%. I wonder if Bloom is a short. Could be a short. Coherent down a lot too. Oh, Moderna is up a bunch. What happened to Moderna? They get EMA. Solid.js. Never heard of Solid.js. Does anyone know what Solid.js is? I'm a fat cat. Where you at? Yeah, have a seat, man. What's Solid.js?
What?
What is Solid.js? No. You can sit over there.
I have
You
no
don't have to-
idea.
You've never heard of Solid.js?
No, I know Next, I know Remix, I know jQuery.
Thought you knew all the frameworks.
Nah. I know all the CSS. That's what I know.
Is CSS even Turing complete?
I don't even know what that means.
Do you know what Svelte is?
It's the new React.
Is it good?
I have no clue.
What do you have a clue about?
JavaScript and CSS.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to like skill up a little bit, you know, and like deal with the, AI is here.
Damn.
AI is here, right? You're familiar with AI, right?
Yeah, it's those matrices.
Yes. And with AI now, you have to, because of AI, you got to learn more stuff. If you don't learn more stuff, Chad Cat, you got fans. Chad Cat. No, he's Fat Cat. You got to learn more stuff. Because
I did learn something today.
what?
So I was making an exponential coloring algorithm, and I wanted to do the opposite.
Great.
And then I learned against my will that a logarithm is the opposite of an exponential.
That's good to learn. It's a good thing to learn. It's a good thing to learn. I think I'm teaching Bud that next week. So Bud's coming to the office next week. Bud's my baby.
How's he at finger painting? Is he
He hasn't tried finger painting yet.
See,
That's where you excel. Yeah, that's where you excel.
School, man, we learned finger painting first day.
I think you have to skill up, honestly, because if you WASM, absolutely. But to learn WASM, you got to learn assembly.
That's true.
So assembly is just a series of boxes and tubes, you know,
Like the internet?
just like the internet. You can learn it. Chad Cat, meet me at the Fat Cat in the West Village. Stop. No, don't hang out with my guys. What are you talking about? Only I get to hang out with my guys because I pay. Speaking of which, I think I'm gonna put through that raise.
Okay,
But,
that'd be nice.
I'm
I'll
gonna
learn
need you to come in on Saturdays. So
we are working on something pretty important. Might actually work on Saturday for this.
yeah, as long as Mrs. Fat Cat doesn't get upset.
Well, she's used to it from Rust.
That's
I think we're here
true.
for 10 hours at a time.
No more gaming. I haven't played that fucking game in forever.
It sucks up your whole life.
The good old days, man, when I could just play video games all day.
That's where we met.
That's what, look, Jason and I were just figuring out what to do, right? And we just didn't really, like, I would wait for Jason to program stuff,
Oh,
and I'd
That's
just
the
be like,
downside.
"Hmm." Yeah, I mean, maybe I was jaded. I don't think so. I mean, I still worked. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying about skilling up, like, I was reading some websites and stuff, and they basically said that if you're a front end guy, you have to pivot to back end.
really?
And then if you're a back end guy, you got to pivot to hardware.
Damn.
And so I have some hardware stuff you might want to look at. You get a soldering iron and start going.
So funny enough, I actually studied hardware in college. So I know more about hardware than databases.
What'd you study?
Art and technology.
Oh, no, I know, but what'd you study in the hardware side?
Stepper motors, coding for stepper motors, coding for like hardware. That was my first coding.
Okay, not semiconductors though.
No,
Okay,
no.
you're gonna put you in the fab.
Yeah, we made art with hardware. We made printers that would like print weird stuff. But you had to program them.
Right. Yeah, I'm more thinking about sending to Taiwan.
Oh, well, we got a
Oh, we do. I forgot about him. Yeah.
Gary's in Taiwan.
Yeah. I forgot we have a Taiwanese guy. Yeah, we gotta. What's he doing? He's got to do chip stuff. I mean, what's the point of being in Taiwan if you're not doing chip stuff? Oh yeah, if you're a hardware guy, you got to start mining. You got to pivot to mining. Get a jackhammer out. Well, in Rust, we've learned how to mine on Rust.
Oh yeah, sulfur is the most important.
Sulfur is good. Have you seen this chip game?
Which one?
It's called. They're playing in my Discord. Rack City.
Rack City?
You have to make a data center.
Really?
It's a data center video game.
Okay.
It's retarded, but I haven't played it yet because it sounds stupid. But like you mining for DRAM and GPUs and like connecting them.
That should go like gangbusters.
Yeah, maybe it actually works. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I think you have to skill up. There's some books on the bookshelf.
Which one?
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
I mean, start with whatever one you don't know.
Am I going semiconductor software? I'm still like
It's all
basic
connected. It's all connected.
Math. I mean, basic math is. I'm still learning it.
They want to put the Foxconn guy, the Taiwan guy in Foxconn. I that's on that. I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
He's too good.
Q-Rack City. I don't know, bro. Just I saw the new component. It looked good. Actually, I should probably use it. But when do you think that'll be out?
The exponential.
Yeah, sure.
I just made a PR. I can do like 30 minutes.
I mean, if it's ready, it's ready. I don't want to rush it.
Yeah.
Are people using it?
I can check. I have the analytics.
See, why doesn't it start?
With the fast one?
Because it's cap.
Yeah, market cap is the default.
So it's all cap.
You want to change it to that one on default?
I showed it, by the way, to our friend at Stripe.
Yeah, what do you think?
He didn't respond, but I was like, here's a
Damn.
new take on. Wow, he's busy. I was like, here's a new take on the old idea. It'd be nice if I guess the next thing to work on is changing the sectors, because like I want to be able to just zoom in on tech or something.
Yeah.
Like in the S&P, like can I go from S&P 500 to like a watch list or my own just probably a watch list is probably the best way to do that,
Yeah.
right? And then or an ETF and its
Oh, yeah.
components or something, even a fund, I don't know. Because otherwise, if I kill the sectors, I kind of like this, but I kind of also, what'd be cool? Cutoffs.
Oh, like min-max?
Yeah. And that way you don't have to render every freaking little thing, because I don't really care about something unless it's, actually like, the less than 1%, who cares? It kind of makes it more legible. Oh, also, look at this one. Is this a bug? Okay. I was like, what would kind of be neat is if you could add logos instead,
Mm-hmm.
and then make it 3D. Why are you laughing?
Your computers, you want to hear the bug report I got from a guy yesterday?
Yeah.
The guy's like, hey, HMAP melts my computer. And I'm like, what kind of hardware are you on? And he's like, well, I'm on a 10-year-old laptop and my SSD is broken. So the thing is, I want to build for your 4090, 5090, but like, I need to make it work for that guy too.
Fuck that brokey.
But he's a subscriber.
Okay. That's our valued colleague and customer.
Yeah, valued customer.
But he really should upgrade his computer.
Yeah.
It's probably my bad stock picks that causing his inability to,
Mine are,
inability to upgrade his computer for 10 years. I don't know. But I think 3D, could give you more information.
oh yeah.
I would say I want these blocks to be rotatable so I can spin them.
I can. You mean 3JS instead of D3?
No, I think you have to do it in D3.
Flip it.
I'm just fucking around. I think, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like, maybe there would be a way to, maybe there is a way to.
There actually is. You could do something crazy. You could do market cap 3-dimensional size, which would actually give you like a really crazy
Like a sphere?
well, not a sphere, but like think cubes stacking on top of each other. There's
Okay.
a really crazy Rubik's cube that has different sizes. I'll send you a picture so you can see it. Let me pull up the picture.
See, I want to be able to do it tactily because I'm a very tactile thinker.
Yeah.
I hate it when people say shit like that, by the way. I'm like, you're not a tactile thinker. You're not a fucking. The way my brain works, I'm like, listen, bud. Okay, Freud. But no, I really do want to be able to just play the market like a keyboard, just like Mozart. You know what I mean? Just like just
If it
pressing.
makes sounds, if it's
Correct.
crashing, it makes a different
Oh,
sound.
well, definitely. And then yeah, when I press the button with my right hand, it's a buy. When I press it with my left, it's a sell.
Like a conductor, and then we get the Xbox. What was that thing called? The Kinect?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it
I'm
hand-
just fucking money's popping out anyway.
Here, let me send you the thing I'm talking about.
Yeah, Marvin says that we should have a toggle for poor mode.
Broken mode. So it actually does the automatic detection whether you have a GPU or not.
Well, even better if the user's brokerage account is connected and it's less than $100,000, default to broking mode.
That would be good. You don't even get a color. It's you're a dog. Goodell's grayscale.
you gotta get your bread up, bud. For some colors, you gotta get your bread up. Yeah, we're on stream. We're just
I sent you this picture. It's this crazy Rubik's cube.
Oh, just real quick, the guy, he needs wiring instructions. He just signed the thing. Cool, man. Yeah, 3D Rubik's cube.
Yeah. Look at the picture I sent you.
I can't because it'll expose all kinds of.
Oh, I see. All right, here you go.
Terrible things.
This is a Rubik's cube with not the same sizes.
Isn't this just like contrived, like kind of BS?
You don't want to do the market cap like that? That's what I was saying. Is the
Different
size-
story.
The
I mean,
size
the
of the
cube.
the size of the block is the market cap. So it'll look like Minecraft with different size blocks. NVIDIA will be this giant thing.
It look like Minecraft. No, someone said Minecraft. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I want to be experimental, do things differently. I don't know, game of life. Like, it'd be cool is if you could zoom in and zoom out.
Yeah.
Because then you could like see these guys,
I see what you mean.
and then like if you zoomed in, like maybe more information shows up, like volume or like, because when you do it by sector, it's kind of neat, but like you lose information
Right.
in some ways.
So you want to be able to zoom in on a sector. And
Although
track-
not really, I guess not really, because you still market like it's just in different places. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, we don't have to focus on heat map. I want to innovate in other things too.
Well, a lot of the things we're learning from Heatmap, we're applying elsewhere.
But also blink on trade.
Blink on trade
Blink on trade.
or flip on trade.
I mean, blink.
Yeah.
Because you might. Yeah, blink because OnSemi is trading, but I can't get a sense of its activity. I guess that's one way to look at it. And then take blink on trade, right? And normalize it. This is gonna be a little bit of math.
Oh no.
But let's say you have blink on trade, okay, but you don't want to have epilepsy.
Yeah.
We could sell epilepsy drugs, but I'm banned from selling pharmaceuticals.
Oh,
But
could I do that?
no, actually.
Really?
You'd go to jail too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, but then I don't have to go to work.
That is true.
But somebody's got to take care of Mrs. Fat Cat.
Yeah, it is true. So, yeah, I can make jokes about that, but I'm gonna respect the sanctity there. But yeah, so basically one of the things about not getting epilepsy is like it'd be nice to know if like something is trading or moving rapidly. And you know what would also be cool? Okay, so this sort of just basically is the question of, for both price and volume, is there a meaningful change in the last time period versus prior time periods, right? So like what traders really care about is if there's news on a stock right now and the volume just spiked. So like it'd be cool to see this by volume instead of by change.
I think you can see volume, but it is the whole day's volume.
And yeah, so volume lasts 30
Seconds.
or 30 minutes, 30 seconds, or whatever it is. You could adjust it. You should be able to adjust it.
Right. Yeah, because at market open,
And then also price change over 30 seconds or 60 or 5 minutes or 20 minutes, because that's the stuff people want to trade. Because if it's moving intraday,
Yeah.
that means you might have an opportunity. Whereas everything else is just like gigantic VWAPs and quants, kind of just like slowly moving in and out of large amounts. Whereas if something's spiking during the day, it means like, okay, there's news or there's something to play with.
Because at market open, HMAP for the first 60 seconds is awesome because it's showing you exactly what's going on. But then towards the end of the day, the information becomes useless because it's cumulative. But if you keep that 1 minute snapshot, like that delta is what's calculating it, it'll always be like the first minute of market open.
Yeah, and I actually want this for QM too, right? These are like for QM or focus or for other things like that. Like, especially for like currencies, like people are mostly trading changes, not so much like, oh, it's the euro's up 40 pips today. Like, I don't really care about that. Like, is it just going up or down? That's what I care about.
I don't think anybody has this. Nobody has 1 minute. Like,
Not really. Yeah.
Like IBKR has like year to date and
Yeah. That's because we're the best, and those guys suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to, you know.
No, yeah. No offense to our great partners.
I hope you like Java and when your computer you lose your fucking way out.
But yeah, I was asking. It says that React is too heavyweight. This is the clanker that's replacing you. I mean, the AI assistant. It says only pick React if your front end team is mostly React people, or you need a gigantic ecosystem of ready-made widgets. Otherwise, why use React? Use it as a shell. Use Solid.js. I don't know. So, not pure vanilla, but not React.
Yeah, it's a combination of both.
Okay.
We're hacking React to do things it's not supposed to do.
Right. Well, I'm gonna make kind of a demo of like what I'm thinking, and then I'll send it to you.
Yeah, we can. I think we start doing the subdomain thing, or if you just want to take over the whole screen and not have to have the weight of the entire app.
Yes, exactly what I'm saying, and I want to sort of instead of drawing, I'm just gonna write some code.
Yeah.
And sorry, client.
Money's calling.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Oh yeah, let me hop and do this thing. But thank you for that. Make sure you do skill up. I suggest you learn various number systems as well. There's exotic number systems that could be useful for different algorithms. I don't know if you know the time complexity of some of the algorithms that you're running, but I think that we can improve them substantially.
I know there's something called an irrational number. And
Yes. There is an irrational number, yes.
Like square root of -1 or something.
No, that's a complex number.
Oh, okay. I barely made it out of high school math.
So when the guys from Jump Trading and Citadel come here, they're going to be like, so Fat Cat, what's your favorite math proof?
I'm gonna ask them what's their favorite HSL number.
Ooh, okay. What's HSL?
Well, HLF. It's like hue luminosity.
Oh,
it's
HLF.
It's another way of doing.
Sure.
using, like,
Yeah. They might know.
Those are the things I love.
They might know that.
Color theory is like.
Yeah, no, color theory is cool. This guy's flashing this fucking light. Do you see this?
Which one?
He's up there.
Oh, they're welded.
I want to snipe his ass.
Well,
I shouldn't have said that out loud.
you're gonna get some blinds. Yeah, that happened in the conference room where like we're trying to concentrate and the guy's welding and like blinding.
Oh fuck! I want to have Chris go talk to him.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, like a blow dart, like in Rust, you know?
That's him.
I mean,
Blow dart or like I just get a megaphone like, sir.
I'm trying to work. All right.
Thanks, bro. Yeah. That was Fat Cat. one of our coworkers here, very valued, esteemed colleague. I don't know what Solid.js is, but I'm gonna try it. Screw it. So let's see. Let's make an ultra fast order entry. Let's make a fast order entry front end. Don't worry about any back end stuff. This is a UI demo only. It should feel really fast and slick. Looks are not as important as the feeling. Most importantly, there should be great keyboard shortcuts. I'll explain those later, but give it a shot. Make a whole new app. Try using Solid.js. We'll see how that goes. That's programming these days. It's all over for everybody else. I know. Make no mistakes. Yeah, nobody really codes anymore. My guys do. Fat Cat does. But there's just not that much, you know. Medium? Should I use high? I don't know. That doesn't seem like a job that needs high. Man, Magical was such a good pick. Yeah, Sarepta is still sort of struggling. We could look at Sarepta. Also interested in this Prax. Might buy a little Prax. I take investment ideas from the Godel team, Godel users, and put them in my portfolio. And if they make money, I'll pay them. Okay, one guy says buy BLZE. He's been a customer for 16 months, so I'm definitely going to do that. Just off GP. On GP. Backblaze? It's called Backblaze? Man, that sounds wrong. The fuck? What type of shirt is this? The fuck is Backblaze? Okay, and I'm gonna write down the dude's name. Backblaze. It was Endless Void. Okay, Long Insmed. Chief 69. Customer for... Why is everybody a customer for 16 months? Is that a bug? Okay, we like RevMed. All right, so I took three investments there. A touch enabled MacBook with M5 and M Pro Max chips and M7 equipped model to follow later. There's M7? M7? Make sure you check out goodoldterminal.com. I have to go see my colleagues soon as well. Small plane crashes in building in Beijing. Sad. Reminds me of 9/11. AMPL. Amplitude. Amplitude, amplitude, amplitude. Okay. Man thinks I'm playing with him. I'm not playing. I'm never joking. I'm always real. Even when I'm playing the game, I'm not playing. I could be playing chess. And you could ask me, are you playing? I said, no, I'm not playing with you. But you're playing chess right now. No, I'm not. I'm not playing. That's how serious I am. Go to lterminal.com. Check it out. We YOLO. Do we ship to prod? Nope. Still the same old shit. The fuck is this? Size 5%. Okay, there we go. Females? I have a child, my friend. So I gotta see about Sarepta. I just gotta check my calendar. I got a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, Microsoft up 5%. Nice. Pain pal. Yeah, we're doing it. Oli HF. We're on it. I have a 2 o'clock call next. I don't think tone on a CEO call matters very much. All right, let's see. Okay. This is supposed to be Hynix. So the transceiver companies are also crushing it. We should make an optics sector. There's so many optics stocks now. They maybe always were there, but didn't notice them. Is Ubiquity networking? Should be, right? There's Tower. Forgot what Everpure does. Stupid IonQ. Quantinium. Lattice Semi. I haven't heard of them in a while. Asus Tech. Logitech. There's a Compaq after Compaq. Do you guys remember Compaq? Freaking Rigetti. MicroStrategy, now known as Strategy. What a company. Sailor. Fucking scammer, man. And they put me in jail. Let's see how our app is doing. Okay. This is funny. I don't think there should be these quick. I kind of like this. Oh, this is neat. So you could quickly pick how much size. Getting hosed on the SpaceX. I don't know why, but I bought it. Yeah, Pluto, it is. It is. It is. I was just trying to. There is FA on Bloomberg. On Godel, excuse me. Of course, there's FA. SpaceX doesn't have financials yet, but that's another story. So yeah, there's FA. You can download the data if you'd like, and we're working on improving it even further. Yeah, it goes back 15 years data. Micron rallying again. Some of these, some of these are up a bit. Who is that? Vince W. Congratulations, you played yourself. Man, Quantinium's up. I'm so tired. I'm looking forward to this weekend. Here's Synaptics. Synaptics being acquired, of course. Oh yeah, Hamamatsu. SentinelOne security software, right? Konami, Capcom, and Square Enix, the Japanese video game companies, man. Oh, Final Fantasy. Oh, very good game.
All right, guys, I am too tired to give you interesting and fun commentary, so I'm just gonna check out and I'll see you on Monday, and I'll just go to work in the meantime. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you had fun. Try Godel Terminal, godelterminal.com. Until then, have a great weekend.